Hey guys, I want to make the structure of my videos a little bit different, so I want to start with the guide part and then later on showing the part with the games. So today we start with the guide part. Like I said, we talk about the Holy Paladin. Quite strong deck right now. I like to play it. It is it's a strong deck, it's a control deck, you know, it's like a control meta right now that is very strong. Control Warrior is the best deck in the game, I would say, together with Charge Warrior, I would say. But at the end, the Charge Warrior is kind of the same, but has OTK potential for a little bit less control. But okay. So, Holy Paladin is the same, but in a Paladin way. You have definitely OTK potential with a very big buffed Smite, for example. So that gives you definitely this potential to OTK the enemy. And besides that, a lot of control, a lot of heal. So we just go inside of the deck and I talk a little bit about it. I would say there are some little varieties, like with every deck. This is my deck list. I mean, just let us go super quick over the cards. The Holy Maki roll, nothing to say about. Very big heal potential and also board clear potential together with the Pyromancer that we talk about in a few seconds, and card draw potential together with the Myrmidon, for example. If you are, usually you should, this deck usually should always have some cards on hand, not like with Thief Rogue or other decks where it can happen that you run out of cards. But if there is a point that you run out of cards, maybe only have 2 or 3 cards on hand, you can play the Myrmidon. You can give him, I don't know, 2 or 3 times the roll, maybe even more if you want to have more cards, but yeah. And you can draw. That's awesome. So we go next over it. Nothing to say about it. Draw a Holy Spell with this deck, super important. 1/1 on 1/1. Same here, but it's discovery, you even get a card more. City tax, healing, tradable, and you can remove a lot of small minions against, for example, the Demon Hunter. And I also like the possibility to remove Divine Shield against Mecha Paladins and whatever. You know how annoying it can be. Equality, nothing to say about it. 2 possibilities: board clear with the Pyromancer, or making 1 or 2 super strong minions just with 1 health, and you can just attack them with a 1/1 or whatever and kill them. Flash of Light, card draw, health. If you put it on the Myrmidon, even double draw, so very strong card for 2 mana. Pyromancer, I mean, if you play the deck, you have to play it around the Pyromancer, I would say every game. Not to end the game, but to clear the enemy boards. Usually you have 2 Pyromancer in the deck, and usually both of them you use to clear the enemy board. So it's important for you to know when to do it, how to do it. That's definitely important. So one of the most important card, if not the most important card in this deck, in combination with Equality and the Holy Maki roll. Alliance Bannerman, nothing to explain, card draw and give all minions in your hand, and usually you have minions in your hand with this deck. +1/+1. Myrmidon, I already talked about it. Some people let the Myrmidon out and put the Sunfish into the deck. Let me look for the Sunfish very quick. Here, it's as well at 3 mana, and it's because you always have a holy spell in your hand in that case. 2/5 with Taunt and Divine Shield. I think if you lower in the ranks, and what are low ranks? I mean, I don't like to talk about it because, yeah, it's always a little bit like you're talking bad about other people. But if you're lower in the ranks, maybe it's better to have the Shimmering Sunfish in the deck instead of the Myrmidon. Why? because it is a super strong card by itself. The Myrmidon only gets a super strong card if you use it. And yeah, there are some games, even better players, that you cannot make it a good card because you are not casting spells on it. So Sunfish definitely a good option for the Myrmidon. If you maybe don't have the Myrmidon and if you have the Sunring Sunfish, or if you just say, hey, I'm not sure about making a big value out of the Myrmidon, just take the Sunfish. Righteous Defense, it's a super strong card to buff minions in your hand and to handle big enemy minions. I mean, think about your enemies playing, I don't know what, an 8/8 or whatever. You make it to 1/1 and you give one minion in your hand a 7/7. Could be Mr. Smite, think about it. Super strong card. Blademaster Samuro, nothing to explain, it's an old card. Even stronger when it's buffed with the Bannerman, when it's buffed maybe through the Right House defense, maybe it's buffed through the hero power of Cariel, so it's super strong. That's usually the third board clear that you have besides the 2x Pyromancer. You can also have a board clear with equality city tax, depends on if the enemy is. So you have a lot of board clear with this deck. That's the strength. Cariel, nothing to explain. Super strong minion, 4/3 with rush and divine shield. Buffed, maybe even stronger, and it reduces the cost of all your holy spells in hand. That's super strong. Azshara, another card that we can talk about if it's really necessary or not. You definitely can put other cards inside for Azshara because it's not always easy to benefit of the battle cry of the relics from Azshara. I usually choose the Colossal for 1 mana, the Blade for 3, and then you have Colossal for 1 mana on hand. Also, the weapon can also be good with the Maki roll, could be 10 damage face to the enemy hero. That is necessary next turn. But yeah, Queen Azshara, definitely a strong card, but it's a card that you can think about putting something else. What could be something else? Yeah, that's, to be honest, right now a good question that I cannot directly answer you, but you will definitely find possible things for Azshara. If you, I would always recommend to put it inside, but if you don't have it, then there are definitely other options. Let me quick have a look on Hearthstone replay in a super short way to see what other people put inside instead of Queen Azshara. Oh. Okay. It's not like there's a special fit. Mutanus. Yeah, I think Mutanus is so if you have Queen Azshara, take Queen Azshara. If you don't have Queen Azshara, take Mutanus. And if you have both and you like one more, then decide it by yourself. Queen Azshara, 5 mana, but usually it's not about Queen Azshara, it's about her, what she can give you. Mutanus, 7 mana, but could be super strong because he eats maybe the enemy's Mr. Smite or whatever. Mr. Smite, I guess nothing to explain you about Mr. Smite. It's one of the most hated cards, I guess, in Hearthstone. In this deck, it can be, I think the biggest one that I had, Mr. Smite, was a 4140. I'm not 100% sure anymore. Maybe it was only a 3130, but I think it was one time a 4140. So it's OTK. How you get it high? You get it high. That's high with Mr. Smite because of the righteous defense, the Gun's Craze that we talk about it in a few seconds, the hero power of Cariel, and these things can make a Mr. Smite going completely crazy in this deck. Cariel, yeah, without that the enemy can destroy your weapon, there is a very, 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 very high chance that you win the game when you're getting Cariel out and you are not already. I mean, you cannot benefit from Cariel if he can kill you the next turn and you only have 4 or 5 HP. But you get 5 armor, you deal 2 damage to all enemies, not only the minions, to all enemies, so also the enemy hero. You get a weapon, you know it, and you get half damage after you have the weapon equipped. You know, when they have 2 attack, you only get 1. When they have 3 attack, yeah, then you get 2. So it's not really 50% of the damage, but you know what I mean. Leviathan and the hero power, crazy. Leviathan, super strong card, gives you also card draw, and then you can dredge. Usually I prefer this move, draw a card and then dredge, but you can also, when you know, maybe you know a special card, you can dredge and then draw. That's also possible. And it gives you the possibility with 2 Divine Shield minions to attack an enemy that has 8, or 2 different enemies, or an enemy that has 8 HP, so also big possibility to clear the enemy board. Lightray, it goes super fast down here in this deck, especially with the Maki roll, a taunt. For 9 mana is super bad, but usually, to be honest, you play it in this deck with 0 cost or maybe 1 or 2, and then it's super strong. And then we come to the next card that it's kind of not the same, but it has the same mechanic. It went down, costs 1 less for each mana you've spent on holy spells this game. So Garden's Grace is very fast here on 0 mana. That gives you the possibility maybe in the end game to give +10/+10 with Divine Shield directly to a minion. So super easy. You have a 16 damage Mr. Smite in this deck. Super easy. And yeah, just think about it. Or you make 2 minions, give it to 2 different minions, because you maybe know the enemy can handle 1 strong minion but not 2 strong minions. You can give 2 minions Divine Shield, so a lot of possibilities with this card. And like I said, usually it's very fast on 0 mana. So the 2 highest cards here, 9 and 10, are usually cards that you play with 0, 1 or maximum 2 mana, but usually 0, like I said. So the other cards are cheap, because 7/7, I mean, okay, that takes a little bit to come there, but you have a lot of control, so it's very hard to kill you before turn 6/7. Maybe it happened 1 or 2 times to me. I played like 25 games now with this deck. I won 55 or 60%. That's not the highest win rate, but you know, always when you start to play with a deck, you make some mistakes. And I just wanted to present you this deck because it's fun to play. It's not super hard to play, and it fits very good into the meta, especially when you say, no, sorry, whatever is the reason, I don't want to play Control Warrior, then play Holy Paladin. Maybe you're Paladin enjoyer. Downside of this deck, a lot of legendaries. That means it is expensive if you don't have these legendaries. I mean, most of these legendaries are already old, so people who play a lot of Hearthstone, they should have it or maybe have it. But if you don't have them, then it's hard. Queen Azshara is not necessary. Besides that, I would say all of the other legendaries are necessary to make this deck work. Like I said, Blademaster Samuro is another bot clear. Cariel synergizes super well with that. Your spells are cost 1 less mana, and she can help you to clear the enemy board kind of early, maybe on turn 3 already when you have a coin. Mr. Smite is your OTK potential, is a finisher always, but like also OTK potential. Without Lightforged Cariel, you cannot build this deck. Maybe Leviathan is something that you can think about, but I also would definitely recommend you to have it in the deck because it's so strong, especially with the draw card mechanic, and it has 2 minions with Divine Shield. So yeah, Queen Azshara, if you really want to let something out, then let Queen Azshara out. Put maybe a Starfish for Queen Azshara inside if you don't have Mutanos, like I already mentioned. That's it. I hope I explained a little bit also the deck. After this explanation, you will see two gameplays. One is against Rogue, the other one is a mirror match against another Paladin. Enjoy the games, try the deck out by yourself. It's super strong right now. I think definitely it will not get nerfed. I think we will see, if we see nerfs coming, and you know we always see nerfs coming at the end of the day, they will be coming to Control Warrior. I think definitely not to this deck. So yeah, just enjoy it and have fun with the deck. See you in the later, guys. Bye bye. Have fun with the two games that are following, and I see you.
Sir Finley versus Arana!
I am determined to win.
Time to save the world!
My greetings. With every step, the light guides you.
Ha 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 ha! Lights down!
Never bring a sword to a fish fight. Tread
Reporting for
freely.
duty. Job's done.
That's a good card for him.
Reporting for duty.
Really? It's not too heavy.
May the light grant you peace.
With every step, the light guides you.
Put your faith in the light.
More meat.
Reporting for duty.
Stone by stone, storm wind shall fall.
Mr. Skeps would be kind of good for him.
I know all the steps. We have plotted long enough. Now we ride!
To battle!
Keep your enemies close, and your shadows closer.
More meat.
Our hardships only strengthen our resilience. Remember the fallen.
Stone by stone, storm wind shall fall.
Never bring a sword to a fish fight. I'm undead, not dead.
light guide my patience. The answer is here.
I'm running out of time.
I appreciate that.
You seem overburdened. Lucky I am here. Hear that sizzle?
We have plotted long enough. Now we rise! All are equal under the light. Remember the fallen.
May the light.
Oh, I have no spell anymore? Oh yeah, I'm running out of cards.
More meat.
The plane of water shall fall to us. Do you like to play with fire?
Remember the fallen. Remember the fallen. I'm
time.
Come on.
Remember the fallen.
Now it's GG or...
All hands on deck. Avast ye swine!
Hard game. It's the Europe server and seems like people in the night are very try hard. No surrender. Every game is so long.
Sir Finley versus
So many paladins.
Time to save the world!
Wow. For me, Thief makes more fun to play, to be honest. But it's a good deck.
Move quickly.
Sad. Seems like a mirror match.
May the light grant you peace.
reporting for duty. Reporting
Let
for
the
duty.
dead rest.
Oh no, this is this other deck list. Oh.
Reporting for duty.
He already has more than the double time used than me. I mean, for what? He has... Now he has 4 mana.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
Yeah, that's very bad. That's very bad. I have to waste my coin to not lose a card.
Reporting for duty.
I did play 0. Wow. Okay. I am impressed.
Reporting for duty.
Like to play with fire?
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
May the light grant you peace.
For the Alliance and my family, I fight.
Reporting for duty.
Yeah, what is he doing now?
Reinforcements with me.
Frontline fortified!
Our hardships only strengthen our resilience. Remember the fallen.
The battle! Let the dead rest! The battle!
These waters give life.
Okay. Cool.
The answer is here.
The plane of water shall fall to us.
I'm running out of time.
place now.
Move quickly.
Light guide my patience.
To battle!
Do you like to play with fire?
I'm running out of time.
Oh, I could not anymore attack.
Move quickly.
Remember the fallen.
All hands on deck. Avast ye squads! Job's done.
GG. Alright, nice end of the evening. Was a tough evening. Like 1 hour ago I lost a lot, 5 games in a row. But yeah, 22 games now with this deck, 12 wins, 10 losses, so it's fine for starting with a deck, definitely.